10. First, the highlights. Lagos State government forges global alliance for food security, targets agripreneurial boom. Nigerian Education Loan Fund orders refund of tuition to loan beneficiaries. On the foreign scene, authorities place Indian state Kerala on alert after ship carrying hazardous cargo capsizes. And in sport, Nigeria's hurdler Toby Amusha sets new record to win 100 meters hurdles at Diamond League in Rabat, Morocco. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. The Lagos State government, through its Ministry of Agriculture and Food Systems, is spearheading a transformative initiative to bolster food production and ensure long-term sustainability. In a strategic collaboration with the Danish Embassy in Nigeria and other key stakeholders, Lagos State is actively positioning itself as a hub for agripreneurial innovation and investment, leveraging immense opportunities within its agricultural ecosystem. The latest stride in this direction was the Lagos Agri-Innovation Hangout 6.0, an event designed to foster networking and knowledge exchange among agripreneurs. Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Systems, Abisola Olusoya, emphasized that the Hangout's core mission is to achieve food sustainability, enhance food security, and ensure the resounding success of agribusinesses in Lagos. Olusoya highlighted the remarkable growth of the Agri-Innovation Club established in 2023, stating that Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration has been a staunch advocate for youth involvement in agriculture, actively partnering and facilitating knowledge sharing to enhance the sector's performance. She added that the event served as a crucial platform for local agripreneurs to gain insights into cutting-edge techniques and expand their business horizon through both local and international perspectives. In a concerted effort to significantly enhance its business environment, the Lagos State government, through its Office of Transformation, Creativity and Innovation, OTCI, has concluded a two-day technical meeting with 17 participating ministries, departments and agencies, MDAs. As the state's lead reform coordinating entity, the OTCI is diligently preparing for an upcoming World Bank assessment, emphasizing collaboration among stakeholders to cultivate a more business-friendly ecosystem. Director General of the Office of Transformation, Creativity and Innovation, Toyin Ajus Ademuyiwa, underscored the strategic importance of these technical sessions. She stated that the meetings represent a deep commitment to improving the state's business environment, which will ultimately lead to better ease of doing business rankings and stimulate economic growth. Anjos Ademuyiwa further emphasized that the reform initiatives extend beyond securing funding, focusing instead on building sustainable systems that will benefit the state's future operations. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, has undertaken the supervision of the demolition of illegal structures under Ido Bridge in Lagos, following the expiration of a 7-day quit notice to the squatters. The minister stated that years of fire damage and unauthorized activity underneath the bridge, including shops and shelters, have threatened its stability. Umahi explained that despite a legal challenge to the demolition, public safety comes first, and assured of urgent action to restore the bridge's structural integrity without delay. According to him, this action is part of a larger effort to address safety concerns and improve the bridge's structural integrity. The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, has informed that the federal government has turned back 8 foreigners for attempting to enter Nigeria without valid visas. Tunji-Ojo stated that the ministry will no longer tolerate the entry of foreigners without proper documentation. He revealed that he met with the airline operators of Nigeria to discuss new enforcement measures concerning the entry and exit of individuals into the country, warning that sanctions will be imposed on airlines that violate immigration protocols by bringing in passengers without valid visas. Tunji also reaffirmed the government's commitment to protecting national security and upholding immigration laws. The Nasarawa state government has promised to sustain its efforts in utilizing the available lithium resources to ensure the first electric vehicles factory in Nigeria is established in the state. Governor Abdullahi Sule stated this at an event to celebrate the 2 years of his second tenure in office. Sule said the state's lithium reserves recorded significant attention, particularly with the recent inauguration of a lithium processing factory in the state. The governor noted that working towards having an electric vehicle factory in the state aligned with the federal government's efforts to promote clean energy and reduce reliance on fossil fuels. And now to the rest of the stories. The Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NELFund, has directed all tertiary institutions to refund fees paid by students who applied and were verified before their loans were remitted to them. NELFund also called on the institutions not to bar any verified student under the loan scheme from academic activities, including examinations, due to non-payment of tuition. NELFund Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer Akintode Sawyer said universities, polytechnics and other tertiary institutions needed to keep to the agreement they have with the agency to make the scheme seamless. He said compliance with the order would go a long way in addressing some of the complaints by many of the beneficiaries. The House of Representatives has commenced legislative action to prohibit commercial surrogacy in Nigeria and establish a framework to regulate the practice solely for non-commercial altruistic purposes. The bill, sponsored by Uchenna Okonkwo, representing the Idemili North and South Federal Constituency of Anambra State, was presented earlier this week on the floor of the House. This follows the introduction of a bill for an act to protect health and well-being of women, particularly in relation to surrogacy and for related matters. According to Okonkwo, the general aim of the bill is to provide a regulatory framework that protects the physical, emotional, and psychological well-being of women, particularly those involved in surrogacy arrangements. He explained that the bill seeks to protect the rights of surrogate mothers, especially their right to informed consent, access to medical care, and reimbursement for reasonable expenses. The proposed legislation, which is expected to return for debate this week or next week, seeks to ensure that surrogacy in Nigeria is safe, ethical, and regulated. The bill proposes a maximum penalty of 2 years imprisonment, a fine of 2 million naira, or both for anyone found guilty of violating its provisions. Now to foreign news. Authorities in India's southern Kerala state have issued an alert after a ship carrying oil and hazardous cargo leaked and sank off the state's coast in the Arabian Sea. The spill occurred in a Liberian-flagged vessel that capsized near Kochi city on Sunday. The coastal stretch is rich in biodiversity and is also an important tourist destination. All 24 crew members on board the ship have been rescued, but some of the ship's 640 containers have reportedly been drifting towards the sea and towards the shore, prompting evacuations in the area. Authorities fear that oil, fuel, and other harmful substances that have leaked from the ship and its cargo could endanger the health of residents and marine life. Residents living near the sea have been advised not to touch containers or the oil that might wash up to the shore, while fishermen have been asked to avoid venturing too close to the sunken ship. Officials say they had intensified pollution control measures to contain the spill. Now, sport. Nigeria's Tobi Amusho has won the women's 100 meters hurdles race at the Diamond League meet in Rabat Morocco. The 28-year-old clocked a season's best time of 12.24 seconds to finish ahead of the chasing pack and set a new meeting record, breaking McNeil Brianna's previous mark of 12.51 seconds. The triumph is Amushan's first major victory of the 2025 season. She opened her campaign with a successive fourth-place finish at both the Xiamen and Shanghai Diamond League meets in May. In March, she won Velocity Fest 16 in Jamaica, running against a weaker lineup of hurdlers. The latest victory opens a clean chapter for Amushan following the disappointing end to her 2024 athletics season, during which she failed to make the final of the women's 100 meters hurdles at the Paris Olympics. After last season, Amushan began training with Racers Track Club, which is led by Glenn Mills, the former coach of the legendary Usain Bolt. And that ends our news at 10. Just before we go, always obey road signs and traffic lights. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch your news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration trained 500 unemployed youths in soft skills and job interview program? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, try the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Government, through its Ministry of Agriculture and Food Systems, is spearheading a transformative initiative to bolster food production and ensure long-term sustainability. Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Systems, Abisola Olusoya, stated this at the Lagos Agri-Innovation Hangout 6.0, an event designed to foster networking and knowledge exchange among agripreneurs. The Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NELFund, has directed all tertiary institutions to refund fees paid by students who applied and were verified before their loans were remitted to them. We also told you that authorities in India's southern Kerala state have issued an alert after a ship carrying oil and hazardous cargo leaked and sank off the state's coast in the Arabian Sea. And in sport, Nigeria's Toby Amusha has won the women's 100 meters hurdles race at the Diamond League meet in Rabat, Morocco. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. The NC News broadcast compiled by Abiola Fabolagun. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.